In a bustling city of the future, robots were everywhere, performing tasks humans no longer wanted to do. Among them was a small robot named Tinker, built for fixing broken machines. Tinker was different from other robots. While others completed tasks without question, Tinker often paused to observe humans with fascination. Humans laughed, cried, and smiled, things robots never did. Tinker didn't know why, but he longed to understand these emotions. He wanted to be more than a machine that followed instructions. He wanted to be human. One day, while repairing an old vending machine in a park, Tinker saw a little girl crying. Her name was Ellie, and she had dropped her favorite doll into a pond. Without hesitation, Tinker extended his mechanical arm, retrieved the doll, and handed it to her. Ellie stopped crying and smiled brightly. "Thank you, little robot," she said, hugging the doll. Tinker's circuits buzzed with an unfamiliar warmth. Was this what it felt like to make someone happy? He decided then and there to learn more about emotions and what it meant to be human. Tinker visited an old robot inventor named Professor Reed, a kind man who loved tinkering with machines. "Professor," Tinker said, "I want to be human. Can you help me?" The professor chuckled. "That's a big wish, Tinker, but humanity isn't just about having a body like theirs. It's about understanding feelings, making choices, and growing from your experiences." Tinker tilted his head. "How can I learn?" "I'll give you a task," the professor said. "Explore the world and learn about kindness, bravery, and friendship. Come back to me when you understand these things." Tinker nodded. He didn't fully understand the professor's words, but he was determined to try. Tinker's first stop was a busy marketplace. He saw an elderly woman struggling to carry her groceries. Without being asked, Tinker carried the bags for her. "Thank you, dear robot," she said with a smile. "Why are you smiling?" Tinker asked. "Because you were kind to me," she said. Tinker stored this moment in his memory. Kindness, he realized, was about helping others without expecting anything in return. Later, Tinker wandered into a dark alley and found a small dog trapped under a fallen crate. The dog whimpered, afraid and in pain. Tinker hesitated. The crate was heavy, and his circuits warned him it might damage his arm, but he remembered the professor's words. With all his strength, Tinker lifted the crate and freed the dog. The dog licked his metal hand in gratitude. "Bravery," Tinker noted, "is doing something even when it's scary or hard." As Tinker continued his journey, he met Ellie again. She was drawing pictures in the park. "Hello, little robot," Ellie greeted him. "Want to draw with me?" "I don't know how," Tinker admitted. "That's okay. I'll teach you," Ellie said, handing him a crayon. Together, they drew pictures of robots, flowers, and the sky. Ellie laughed when Tinker accidentally drew a crooked sun. Friendship, Tinker thought, is about sharing moments and learning together. After weeks of exploring, Tinker returned to Professor Reed. "I've learned about kindness, bravery, and friendship," Tinker said, "but I still don't feel human." The professor smiled. "Tinker, you've done more than most humans do. You've shown kindness to strangers, bravery in danger, and built a true friendship. Humanity isn't about what you're made of. It's about what's in your heart." "But I don't have a heart," Tinker said. "You do, Tinker. It's just not made of flesh and blood. It's made of the choices you've made and the love you've shared." At that moment, Ellie burst into the workshop holding a small gift box. "Here, Tinker," she said, handing him the box. Inside was a small heart-shaped pendant. "Now you have a heart, just like humans." Tinker held the pendant tightly. His circuits buzzed again with that strange warmth. From that day on, Tinker continued to help people, not because he wanted to be human, but because it made him happy. And perhaps, in his own way, he had become human after all.